the first time I'm using this setup, so I don't know how it's going to sound. But I had a little, it wasn't really a debate. It was a conversation with a person over on Instagram. And we talked about playing fast and we talked about playing slow. And I wanted to clarify some things. Well, at least as it relates to the way I play. I can play pretty fast when the music calls for it. But when it doesn't, I like to stay away from it and concentrate on making a statement. I like to concentrate on making a statement, very powerful statement at a very low volume. Why? Because I think it affects more people in a more of a universal way, right? So I want to demonstrate it actually and use what I use to be effective um, in offering the melody, right? So the first thing I do, like I wrote this song called "I Miss Her," right? After having a couple of dates with this one young lady, and she went well, yeah. So, but the music, well, I wanted to make the statement with saxophone, but I wanted to introduce levels of it. So the first level would be with no vibrato, and then I would bring in the vibrato later. This is all going to be in a song that actually I've already recorded actually, and then I would start to do variations of the melody, right? So what I'm going to do is demonstrate it. First of all, what I'm going to do is not use any vibrato, but because I don't use vibrato and because I don't use gimmicks and because I'm not playing fast, I've got to be straight to the point. And the straight and the point is I miss her. So it's got that has to all be incorporated, or that emotion has to be there in that sound. That emotion has to be there in that one note. And I'm gonna demonstrate it without the music first, because I don't know how it's gonna sound with the music. So the melody is so I did that without the music. Now I'm gonna do it with the music so you can hear how it sounds. Now I add to it. With the music, things are a little bit different because I have things to play off of. But the fact of the matter is, if I started off with no gimmicks, no tricks, no anything, even no vibrato, and I have my sound is right there, then I can do more with less. And I think at the end of the day, for me, I don't know about any other player, I like doing more with less. So that means I don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff when it comes time to play the same amount of passion with more notes, because it's you don't have to play that fast to produce the same type of emotion that you would play, that many people play, that many people have to play a whole lot of notes for, because really more is just more. It's not better. One of the examples I like to use when I'm teaching is the music of Dexter Gordon. There's a song that he played, the Monk song, where he plays maybe 7 choruses with no running fast. He's just playing straight up blues and straight up. It's an amazing solo, and you don't miss the speed because he's saying so much with very, very little. There's a command over the rhythm. There's a command over the expression that people just, that it's very, very Dexter Gordon-esque, I guess, or whatever. And there's a lot in there to really learn from as it relates to pacing, as it relates to simplicity, as it relates to melodic development and improvisation. So, and that's where I get my information from, cats like Dexter. Charles McPherson, also when Charles plays a ballad, I mean, the way he uses space and even or alternate fingers, when expressing himself, that's kind of where I'm coming from. It's an old school approach to less is more. And then when you speed up, you already have that center established. So the center moves with you. Many people, when they play fast, because they haven't established the center, they just sound like they're playing fast with no emotion, no passion. And that's the point.